This run didn't go the way I thought it would. I made one decision that changed everything.
Zombies' Path to Rocketeer Drives, Part 2.
The buried city, or Marano as I believe it was named in the old world, does something to you the moment you step into it. Feels like the whole place is holding its breath. If the sand doesn't get you or into your trousers, you will surely meet walking or flying metal. You don't see the arc machines at first. You hear metal shift somewhere it shouldn't. Then one twitches in the corner of your eye. And the raiders, some will greet you with a wave, some with a bullet, and the worst kind let you guess until it's too late. A guy from the old ages, named Sonny Shoe or Sonny Soon, warned about dangerous ground in his book, Art of Streetwise Combat. I just simplified it to don't stand in the open like an idiot. But that is inevitable when you are busting open Rocketeer Husks. Then you are in the open because you chose to. Scavenging a place like this isn't for the brave or smart. It's for the stubborn, as you'll see in my Flappy and Bark documentary. I hope you enjoy the chaos, the close calls, and the hard-earned wisdom I kept collecting the painful way. I am Zombie, member of the Senior Diaper Division. Outside the apartments, a war was going on, surely a bad sign. Arc machines sweeping the streets, hunting, and you could hear it in the steel, the bombs, the burst from their machine guns, that sharp charging hum they make right before targeting a body. Raiders ran, shouted, and then vanished into red mists. And me? That's the thing nobody tells you about scavenging. It's not the fight you fear. It's the waiting, the hoping, the praying the arc outside picks someone else to shoot at while you're stuck in a kitchen searching cereal boxes for loot that isn't there. I slipped through those narrow streets, one eye on the sky, one eye on my six, and no eyes left for where I was actually running. Barely noticing the snitch and the raider. Story of my life. I was heading for the outskirts. Rumors said Rocketeer Husks piled up out there, especially during a Husks event. Scavengers talk about them like it's a clearance sale, everything half buried, half broken, and half waiting to kill you.
Jesus Christ came out of my asshole. Where the fuck did he come from?
Every now and then the sand gives up something worth the risk. I cracked open a raider cache out there, one of the old war stashes. Good ones don't sparkle, they just feel heavy in your hands. With blueprints, parts, things that kept soldiers alive long enough to be remembered or forgotten. That cache paid well. Not rich, but rich enough to make the walk back feel lighter, and the danger feel, for just a second, worth it. I met a friendly who heard my hello and started sniffing the air like the wind had delivered him a silent, deadly one, if you know what I mean.
Hello there!
We started a meaningful conversation.
Thanks. Hey there.
What's up, friend? How are you? Are you okay?
Don't speak English.
Oh, I see.
Turned out to be a nice gentleman, struggling with words.
Hey, Raider.
I think he wanted to say something,
Hey!
but he ran away. Now I'm too old to blindly trust anyone shouting friendly across the dunes. Back then I still had some trust in the raiders, even though a don't shoot and a friendly felt like a cold finger running down my spine. The first time I learned a friendly lesson, when a pleasant female voice proclaimed she was friendly. I was shot so fast my diaper didn't even get time to panic.
I'm friendly too. Oh my god. You piece of shit. At least tell my loot I loved it.
With a bruised eye and with the bullets removed from my body, I went back to the top side and had another go at the buried city. And this time, I would trust no one. Then, a bullet, I jumped, and I ran to save my life. There ain't no shame in hiding. Brave folks make noise. Smart ones listen, wait, and move when the world ain't looking. I lived longer by ducking than by posturing. Out here, survival don't care about pride. It only cares if you'll make it out alive. The first husk I cracked open on this run, nothing. Not even scraps worth pretending to be excited about. Just that hollow clang that tells you that the universe is laughing at you again. Digging through the Rocketeer husks is a lottery, except the tickets try to kill you and the prize is usually disappointment wrapped in sharp metal. Still, you keep going, cause every scavenger knows the same truth. The next husk might change your day, your luck, or blow your eyebrows away. Now, pay attention. If you hear a ticking sound, then you are close to a radio cache. Most folks these days think radio caches just fall out of the sky. But back before the topside got overrun by ARC machines, soldiers stocked the battleground with hidden supply dumps, little lifelines buried in the ground. They stuffed them with anything that kept a human breathing. Ammo, medikits, experimental gear, even prototype blueprints the engineers hadn't finished cursing at yet. Those caches were sealed tight with microcells, little battery packs meant to last a year or two. That was a decade ago. The ticking sound you hear are the microcells slowly dying. From the third floor, I spotted the second Rocketeer husk sitting out there like it was waiting for me. Hope kicked in hard, which should have been my first warning. I pulled off some parkour moves that nearly knocked my balls clean off. Turns out gravity still is undefeated. By the time I reached it, I was bruised, breathless, and already negotiating with my knees. But my hopes were high. Second husk felt like destiny, or at least a decent apology for the first one. At some point you will have more special loot than you can carry in your sail pocket, like I did when I had an Osprey blueprint in one pocket and a Rocketeer Drive in the other. I'm here to tell you, there are options. Anytime you feel that itch to push towards extraction, to get your loot in safety, you can bet there will be eyes in the sky watching you, or ARC machines setting themselves right in your way. That leaper I ran into, I was just far enough away to avoid becoming metal grease, but only by the grace of stupid luck. 5 seconds later I would have been a different story. But on the long journey back to Speranza, I remember thinking, if you're clever or desperate, you can turn ARC machines into rear guards. Let them block the path behind you to cut off any raiders trailing you with the intention to yank your diapers down and steal your loot. Sometimes surviving ain't about fighting. Sometimes it's about letting the machines do the dirty work for you. I will see if I can dig up a film on that topic another time, which reminds me, next up is a series of security missions I had on ARC machines.
The stress levels.
Follow What Up Zombie for more story-driven content.